Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial of MongoDB series. My name is Jairaj and thanks for joining again. So in previous tutorial we have discussed MongoDB Shell, Mongo Compass and MongoDB server. So in this tutorial we will set up our first MongoDB Atlas cluster, and MongoDB Atlas is basically a Mongo, but it is not in your local, it is on the cloud, and you can access that particular database from anywhere. So for example, you are developing some demo project or some project for your practice, you can use this cluster for your actual applications. And for that, we just need our email address, nothing else. So let's start our process step by step and create your cluster with me. So open your browser and open this mongodb.com website, and here in cloud, we have this Atlas. Go here. So as you can see here, we have this to link, and if you don't have account yet, you can click here on this start free and you can create your account here, and it is written here no credit card required, so we don't need to worry about any money or anything. You just put your details here and you are ready to go. And if you already have your account, go here, open it, and I have already my account, so let me log in here. So once you log in into your account, you can see your screen something like this, and here first step is we need to create the cluster. So cluster is basically creating a space over cloud, and MongoDB is giving us a 512 dB free access to their basic tier. So if I click here at the build cluster, then I have these three options. If you want to go with this paid option, then you can go with this dedicated or multi-region cluster, but I'm gonna go with this free right now. So create a free cluster first time. So first step here is we need to choose the cloud provider. So we have three options here. We have AWS, we have Google Cloud, or we have Azure. So I'm gonna go with AWS first. So next I need to choose the region because they have different servers on different parts of the world, and we need to choose one of them. So you can go with this recommended also, or you can change it, but try to go with recommended because they try to access it based on our location. So I'm not gonna change anything here. And next I need to do this cluster tiers. So on first screen we already choose our free tier, and it is giving us a shared RAM with a storage of 512 MB. And as you can see here, they are saying it is a free forever. So it is not like they are giving you free for a month or free for a year. They are giving you this 512 GB free forever. If your application is very small, or if you are developing your personal project, then you can use this space forever. And additionally, they are giving 100 maximum databases, 500 collections, and 500 maximum connections. So here I'm not gonna change anything, and moving forward we need to do some additional settings. So this is for if you want to change the version of the Mongo, and by default it is the latest version. So I'm gonna go with latest. I'm not gonna change anything. And this one is to change the cluster name. So let me put something like test here, and if I do create here, so as you can see here, the process started and it can take 1 to 3 minutes. So meanwhile this is creating the cluster, we need to do some other settings. So first go to network access, and here we need to give the IP address of our cluster. So create an IP address. So here this form is asking for some details. So this is the first option we have where we need to put our current IP address. So if you go with this one, then your IP address will be stored and you will be the only one who can access your database. And if I go with this allow access from anywhere options, then you can access your database from any other computers or any other location also. So I'm going to go with allow access from anywhere and confirm. So this will also take some time, so let it be like this. And if I go to my cluster, and as you can see here, this cluster creation is finished and we can start using this. And we already did this network access. So first we create the cluster, second we created the network access. So and now third we need to create the database access, because we need to specify who gonna access this database. So here basically we need to create the user of it. So first I'm gonna create the admin user. So add a new database user, and I'm going to go with password. You can go with other methods also if you have any different kind of application requirement, but password is the more than enough for us for now. So first field is for username, so I'm going to go with gr test, and then we have to put the password. So let me put something like test here, and then you can use this auto generate secure password also. After this username and password, we have to give this database user privileges. And here we have a couple of options here. And as I mentioned, I'm creating admin user. So I'm going to choose here Atlas admin. So it will give all the admin rights to this user. This user can do anything with this database. So add user. And here you can put multiple users also if you need, but right now we don't need it, so this is more than enough. So till now we created our cluster, we created our network access, and we created our database access. So now we are ready to use this particular cluster. If I go inside this collection, I can see what kind of collections I have, what other metrics I have. I can see everything here, but I don't have anything right now here because we just created this cluster, right? So we need to create our documents and everything here. So first step here is we need to connect this cluster with our local Mongo shell or our Mongo compass in our local. So if I go here in connect, and it is showing me how you want to connect with this cluster. So first I'm going to go with this Mongo shell option. So if I go in Mongo shell, I have these two options. First option is I don't have Mongo shell, then you can go with this command and you can download the Mongo shell. But in my local, I already have the Mongo shell, so I'll go with this. If I go here, it is asking me for more options such as Mongo shell version. So I already have 4.2. If you don't know, then you can check it from your terminal, and based on that you can change it. And the next step is we need to fire this command in our local. So we have this copy button here, so copy that, and it is saying that replace DB name. So this name we need to replace in the command with the name of the database that connection is will use by default. And another thing we need to put is the password for the user. So let me just copy this and go to my terminal and paste it here. So here we need to do the two things. First thing is we need to change this database name. So first one is the test, because we're gonna go with the default one. So choose the test, and then we have this username, and for this username we need to put the passwords, and for that double dash then password, and then I need to put password which is test. If I do hit enter, then I can see it is getting connected, and you can see here MongoDB Enterprise Atlas is connected. So now let's say if I do show DBs, it is showing me all the database which is available, and the local and admin is their default databases which is already there. So now let's say I want to create one more database here, then I can do use test and it will create the database over there. So as you can see here, it is saying switch to DB test, and it created the database name test in our cluster, and now I can add documents here. So to create the collection, we have command something like db dot create collection, and I can put name here. So let's say my name is books. So if I hit this, it is giving me the response, and this is the success response. So here if I go here and do collection, I can see here they created this books collection here. So let's say I want to add document here, and to add document I have command something like db dot, I need to put collection name which is books, and then I need to do insert, and inside this I need to pass the document that I want to create. So let's say I have title field in my document, and title is saying MongoDB course, and another field I have is version, or version which is 2020. If I hit this, it is saying write result 1. That means that is the success response. So if I go back and if I refresh here, then I can see we have this one documents here. So this way we can create a cluster and we can use it from our Mongo shell. So let's say I want to use the same cluster, but I want to interact with this cluster via Mongo Compass, not from the Mongo shell. So in that case, go back to test and here go to connect, and instead of Mongo shell, this time choose Mongo Compass. Go inside that, and if you don't have Mongo Compass, you can go with this first option. If you have Mongo Compass, then you can go with this second one. So I'm going to go with this second one and copy this command and open your Mongo Compass. And here I can pass that command that we copied from there, and now I need to replace this password with my original password which was test. So if I do connect, I can see it is getting connected, and I can see my databases. We have test, and inside test we have books, and I added one document there. I can add my data from here. I can see the schema, analyze the reports and stuff like that, and I can do so many things from here also. So this way we can create our own cluster. We can connect it with Mongo shell, and we can connect it with our Mongo Compass and interact with this. We can use the same cluster for our application usage also. And additionally, if you remember in my previous tutorial, I have mentioned MongoDB Realm and MongoDB Chart. So these two also MongoDB provides for free. You can practice it, And MongoDB Realm is for different access of the Mongo database, and MongoDB chart is for data analysts. So you want to figure out what is happening with the data, or you want to retrieve some information about the data, you can do from here. But you cannot do it with the 1 or 2 records. If you have more records, then you will get more accurate results. So we will discuss MongoDB Realm and MongoDB chart in upcoming tutorials. And this is how we can use Atlas. We can create our cluster and we can connect it with Mongo Shell and Mongo Compass. So that's all for now in this tutorial, and see you in next one. Till then, like, share, subscribe, and keep learning. Thank you very much.